Hey you, welcome back to another body, mind, and spirit spread. We're going to also do a self-actualization spread starting with the body. These are the basic human needs for self-actualization, going to emotions, and then the actualization itself. Set an intention for this meeting. You already know what you want this reading to clarify. You attracted this reading and I am cooperating with you. It's mutually beneficial. So as I'm pulling the cards, use your intuition as well. Let us know any additional connections you made in the comment below. That way the collected will benefit from all intuition that has come together. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started. I have a new deck that I am really enjoying, and so I want to continue with that deck. Actually, want to clear the space with sound before I get started. What is the feeling in your body? Meaning subconsciously, cellularly, coming from the brain stem. What is the feeling in the body? Okay, we have the 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups stands out. Making a choice. So there's a choice that needs to be made. Whoops. And there is some either procrastination or overanalyzing involved in this choice. So you may be aware of this, but what I'm feeling is that you're not aware of why it's causing, the word that I want to say is turmoil, but that it's not turmoil. It's not that bad. So you need to have clarity about what you desire to move forward. You know what you desire. You know what needs to be done. The overanalyzing or procrastination is what you don't understand. Why is this happening? Why are you doing that when you know what needs to be done? Okay. A card that fell on the floor, this would be your current focus in your thoughts. Standing up for yourself and your beliefs. It's the 7 of Fire. So, it's a feeling of not feeling completely valued. You know you are not being completely valued. You know that you are more valuable than someone or something is giving you. It's too many. And you want to choose your battles wisely. It's not a question of if you have more value than is being recognized. It's a matter of what you value more. So for example, I don't have enough cards to really know which way this reading is going, what area of the life quite yet. But if it were, for example, love, and you didn't feel like your partner was appreciative of you, you know that you need to be appreciated. Your overanalyzing is whether you value being in the relationship more than feeling appreciated all the time, because you have compassion and understanding that this, you know, if it's a partner, this partner is doing the best they can. And so the conflict is coming from I'm trying to find the words of what is more important to you. So it doesn't have anything to do with another. So if this were about work, maybe the company is not paying you what you think you're worth, but there are a lot of upsides to working for that company that you may not think you can find as easily with a higher pay. So a higher pay may come with a different culture or climate at the workplace, for example. Okay, what is the energy Spirit would like to bring into focus for you? What energies would Spirit like to bring into focus for you? I'm noticing that both of these cards are 7. So it's like a 1-for-1 match, 1 wand for 1 cup. You're passionate about a lot of different things, and you know what is the most important thing. And so you're wondering if this one thing is worth the other things, because then you could just have 1 wand instead of, or 1 cup instead of 7 cups, and 1 cup is not what you want it to be, for example. So Spirit wants to bring into focus the energy of the sun. Okay. So Spirit wants to talk about a time of great joy and success. Brilliant epiphanies lead to magical opportunities. So help is on the way. Plans work out perfectly. Give gratitude to the divine. So interesting. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. This hourglass of time, it has a star in it, similar to the star the hermit carries around in their lantern. It reminds me of that when I see this particular card. And so for me, that represents the epiphanies that the card talks about, but also perfect timing. So it might be the case that your procrastination and your overanalyzation is not, is helping you to clarify what you want, and not something wrong with you, if that makes sense. They have someone here carrying a flag for the sun, riding around on a unicorn. This wall has a sun embedded in the stone. It's dedicated to the sun, and the angel Uriel. And so the focus that Spirit wants to bring for you is to start appreciating, focus your thoughts instead of on the one thing you have or the one thing that you don't have. I'm getting the feeling that there's the situation, you have a lot of the things that you want, and there's one thing that is, it's almost like a deal breaker type of thing, but if it wasn't for that thing, then everything would be amazing. So I think if the Spirit wants to bring into focus, put your focus, your attention, your thoughts on deliberately appreciating the other things. Deliberately appreciating the other things, and that will bring about change. So in the time that you're waiting for the perfect timing, you can focus on the one thing that's missing and be worried and spend the time while you're waiting for the perfect timing, spend the time being worried. Or you can deliberately spend the time appreciating, which is a happy emotion, right? Appreciating the things that are available. And if you are able to do that, deliberately switch your thoughts to what is good, then you'll pass the time for the perfect timing to arrive, and it'll be better than you hoped. It'll be a great joy and success. In the area of security, how do you feel about your security? This lines up with your root chakra. So security in the physical. How do you feel about your sense of security? Okay, we have the Justice card. So the Justice card is saying you will have a chance to stand up for what you believe in. And you will win because of the integrity that you've shown. So your appreciation for all the things that are working will give you the higher ground for you to stand up for what you believe in. So you do want to continue to have some compassion. So if you can't appreciate, then continue with your compassionate stance, but try to, and it's easier said than done, but you can just journal, or you could take your mind off the situation completely and watch a movie. Anything you can do. Spirit is suggesting that you try to feel happy emotions to raise your vibration, to bring the timing in. Because the perfect timing is when you are vibrationally ready for what you are asking for. So sometimes you have to take your focus off of certain things to raise your vibration. And if you can't appreciate these 7 things, or these 6 things, then you might not be able to appreciate a 7th thing if you had it. So if you're able to appreciate 6 things, you can certainly start to appreciate a 7th thing, and then that changes what you're attracting. So let's see, for health. Health lines up with the sacral chakra. What needs to be taken care of in order to reach, I'm asked to take those one by one, in order to reach the full potential. So we have, I need to move this over. The dreamer is what needs to be taken care of. The dreamer is saying to trust yourself and push your fears aside. Take a leap of faith. Help is already on the way. So you are being, I want to say, looked over. It's as the angel is watching from a step back, but it's more like the angel is waiting for your vibration to raise so that you can be guided into, the sun card fell over, so that you can be guided into this perfect timing moment. All right, then we have the, let's just move this down a little bit. We have the One of Fire, otherwise known as the Ace of Wands, in the area of esteem. So this is your best quality and skill. Your spiritual insight. So I feel like, and you'd have to take this however it resonates for you, but I feel like you are understanding what I'm saying. Like, this reading hasn't given us a specific situation as of yet. We're going to continue to clarify, but I feel like you understand what I'm saying and you know this to be true. And it's just a matter of doing it. And you do it. You do it. And sometimes you catch yourself not doing it, so worrying. You catch yourself worrying, and then you kind of beat up on yourself about worrying, because you know that in order for your wishes to be fulfilled, you need to raise your vibration, and raising your vibration is being happy, or as close to happy as you can get. It's moving away from the negative emotions like worry as much as you can, and as much as you can. The esteem lines up with the solar plex. So this is your best quality and skill. Lining up with the heart chakra is the area of belonging. And this is how you create the love you need in order for the actualization to occur. And we have the Knight of Fire. The Knight of Fire is saying, follow your passions, trusting your instinct. Trusting your instinct. And for the actualization, we have the Hermit card. So you may be thinking about getting away from it all so that you can take your focus off of this worry, maybe getting away from it all with a little vacation. On the day that I'm doing this reading, there is a holiday weekend coming up, so maybe visiting friends or family or something like that at a short distance away. But what you're trying to actualize is shining your light as an example to others. So you want to be a mentor, although you are still on a journey of discovery yourself. The bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is going to be our answer. This is falling into the third eye position of the chakras. The spirit, the focus from spirit is the crown. So the 5 of Swords is saying that there's a better way that will make you happier. Avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. So this is the advice and what I think that your intuition is telling you. And maybe that is where some of what I can't think of a word that is less than turmoil, because I don't think turning it over in your mind, because I don't think this is a threatening type situation. You're not in a desperate position. So it's not turmoil. It's not dire. It's not desperate. It's just kind of thinking about it, here and there type of energy is what I'm getting. So we're going to see if we can use this deck to get a message directly from Spirit that would help to clarify the reading. So the message that we're getting is set your intentions. Set your intentions. So if this is a person, however this is resonating, whether it's love, career, financial situation, like maybe you're an entrepreneur, so that's slightly different from career because you're responsible for your own finances, and maybe your finances aren't coming in the way you want, or something to that effect. Whatever it is that you're thinking about as I'm speaking about this, I'm getting that focus on what you want. So daydreaming, writing, you could, any type of journaling. It doesn't have to be writing, but focusing on what you want, but not just the words. What are the feelings that you want? So in this case, we were talking about the feeling of being appreciated and valued, and maybe consider when you have felt that way in the past and reminiscing on those good times to conjure that feeling, to make your vibration match the feeling that you desire now, because right now your feeling is, your vibration is more of a match to the lack of that feeling. So you're getting the lack of that feeling. What is at the foundation of this reading? Let's see if we can get more clarification. We have 4 major arcana: air, fire, air, fire. No, sorry. Fire, water, air on the table. Fire, water. So we have ancestral realm, and this card is about karmic release, healing of the lineage, and boundaries. What's at the heart of the matter for you? Karmic release. So the reason why this is bothering you, when you have so many of the things that you do want, that you have wanted, and this one thing is bothering you, is because it's a trigger. So it has something to do with either something that happened in your childhood, or I guess it could be in another life, but it could have happened to somebody else that you know, and you know somebody that you know, and you formed an idea about the situation from a less mature mindset. So maybe, for example, if this were about infidelity, and I don't know if that is the truth, but I don't know why I'm even talking about it, so maybe that's what we're talking about here. If it's about infidelity, maybe you knew someone, earlier in your life who was cheated on, but you didn't really have the full story. You had that person's side of the story. You cared for them, and so it was painful for you to see them in pain. And so you established beliefs because you were in pain with them. And but you didn't have the other person's side of the story. There may have been pain for that person that you would have empathized with as well. But now that you're more mature, you can see the situation from a larger perspective, and you don't have to be triggered by that. It might be the case that you don't even, it doesn't really bother you. It might be the case that that's not the situation that you're in at all, even though the situation seems similar to what that person went through, if this is making any sense. So at the foundation, you're not saying what's at the heart of the matter, or what's at the foundation. You're not saying what the problem is to anyone. But before you can speak about it, you need to heal it. What's at the heart of the matter? And you can ask for guidance. You can set your intention to heal this, and you can just, like a lot of things that in your life, you don't think about everything that ever bothered you still today. So a lot of things you healed, sometimes you can heal things and then they get re-injured that's what I call triggered. So okay, we got 3 cards again, and we have some spots to fill. Okay, so at the heart of the matter, going kind of along with that, Akashic record, so clearing old stories. So even this could have been something that happened to you that it looks like it's happening again, but it may not be happening again. So releasing past lives. And it says releasing past lives. I don't think that we bring things from other lives into new lives. If we incarnated again, I don't think that we would bring things that we need to do and things that we have to be punished for into the new life. But every time you change your life all the time. Like when you were a little child, that was a different life. That was a lifetime ago. So it could have been a different, if this is about career, it could have been a different job you had. That was a different life. That was, a past life. So it's saying tell the story that you want, not the story that happened in the past, because this is not the same story. This is a different story. You're a different person. You're more mature. You've lived more. So you are not bringing the same things to the table today that you did in the past. And the card also says freedom. The energy sitting between, set your intentions, and the actualization of the Hermit is embracing sensitivity, your uniqueness, living with grace. Grace is such a fascinating word to me, because grace means getting what you don't deserve, as opposed to mercy is not getting what you deserve, and justice is getting what you deserve, and grace is getting what you don't deserve. Getting what you don't deserve. The feeling I'm getting from this card is that you only have to try a little. You don't even have to get all the way happy. Like your spirit guides are right. They are on it. They are right behind you. All you have to do is take your focus a little bit off. Like the timing is almost right. And all you have to do is stop worrying a little bit. And then boom, you're going to get it. Whatever it is, you're going to get what you want. And the reason why I'm saying that is because, I was saying earlier, appreciate all these other things. I feel like the message is just appreciate one of these other things and put your focus there. And boom, that's going to be it. Just appreciate one of those other things. You don't even have to do a lot. The energy sitting between the actualization of the Hermit. Remember, we said the Hermit in this particular spread, as a reader, my feeling was shining your light as an example. So you want to be an example, be of what it should be. That's whatever this reading is about. You want to have the hashtag goals of it. That's what you're trying to actualize. But understanding that that's somewhat of a lonely position, because if everybody else is in hashtag goals, then they're going to kind of bring you down because they don't have the goals. They don't have what you have. So I think that's why the actualization came out in the energy of the Hermit. And I talked about over here is this what you really want? And if you're going to go for this, you might have to give up the other things. So that's one way that it can go. You can have it. So the energy between the actualization of the Hermit and the answer, which was that there's a better way that will make you happier, is the solar plex chakra. Inner fire, your willpower. So I think this is talking about using your willpower to focus on appreciating even just one of these things. Even the Hermit, he has one, there's all these stars, but he's focused on the one that he's captured into his lantern. So your spiritual insights is what we were talking about, is your best quality and skill in the solar plexus. Oh, the fire went out. Okay. Oops. I put this in upside down. Interesting. The energy sitting between the answer and your esteem is soul star activation. It says fulfilling soul contracts and remembering who you are. So what you deserve. I think Spirit is saying you are worthy. You deserve whatever you want. But why do you want it? Make sure you know that you want that. So if you're going to spend your time analyze what you want, why you want it, so that you can have it quickly. But in the reminder, and it's not to dissuade you, because, moving to another, that's what it is. It's not lonely, it's moving to another level. So moving to another level, it might feel lonely because some things are going to fall away. Some things are going to fall away. Okay, let's see if we can get some clarification from the Lenormand deck. Maybe the Lenormand deck will narrow this down. So for me, fire and water, they make steam, right? Fire and water make steam. And then if you have a lot of steam and then you add air, what do you have? The sun again. So again, the Norman deck is confirming that happiness is available to you. It's coming soon. We have the mice. The mice is very similar to this, the Five of Swords. So it represents kind of like decay, a deterioration. Sometimes a thief, you can see the mice are stealing the cheese, but mice eat cheese and mice don't have jobs. It's not like they can buy cheese. So, you kind of have to have a little compassion and then kind of cheer them on like they did it. It's cheese, they probably had to go through a lot to get that cheese and they did it. Congratulations, mice, So for me, this card in this moment is representing the compassion that we spoke about. Then you have the lilies. The lilies represents sensuality, status, morality, harmony and peace. And then we have the choice card. So it's obviously about choices, right? But in addition to choices, I would say it could be about certainly travel. You have to move through this maze. Separation, options, matches this card, right? So the Lenormand deck is really confirming what we have on the table. That's nice. We have the ring. The ring represents commitment, promise, honor, partnerships, contracts, cooperation, that kind of stuff. So that energy is not really represented on the table, so that's new. Even like the Knight of Wands, if anything, represents something that's fickle or in and out. So the energy of the ring is new to the table. And then we had the Mountain come out. The Mountain is delays, usually indicating resistance. So this could be your resistance. Maybe you have commitment issues. That's what I'm getting from those two cards. Joy Stealer. That's what I just heard here. Joy Stealer. Happy opportunities. Commitment issues. The book represents knowledge, of course, and sometimes secrets. So wisdom as well. And then we have the Stork, which is change. Oops. Stork is change. Could be an arrival. These cards go together. An arrival. So that's kind of like the epiphany that we talked about. So the Lenormand deck, it's basically card alignment between the Lenormand deck and the tarot deck. The only thing that's different is this ring. Well, we did have the Ace of Cups, so that could be. No, that's not commitment, that's an offer. Yeah, the only thing that's different is this ring card. It doesn't have a match. So it could represent an actual ring. I feel like this is the card that we're meant to pay attention to. A commitment to home. Maybe you moved around a lot when you were younger. But there's an opportunity for an epiphany is coming in. So new knowledge, information. The Secrets is resonating, but it's not resonating as a bad secret. It's resonating as just something that you didn't know. It was a secret, but not intending to hurt. So it's just something that you don't know. So new knowledge that wasn't given to you. You know, other people have it. Wasn't given to you, but you, it wasn't to hurt you. It's probably a gesture of love that this information is being withheld from whomever is withholding the information. It's a gesture of love from their perspective. Might not be from your perspective, but we're talking about having a little bit of compassion for the other person, knowing that you don't have all of the story. So at the end of the day, Spirit is wanting you to focus on being happy. That help is on the way. Epiphanies are coming, so you might expect a download, or just it may be in a song, in TV, a random conversation. Like someone is going to give you the tidbit of information that you need to be able to change your perspective. That's the help that's on the way. And that person is an instrument for your inner being. So you know the answer. You can't seem to just be okay with it. So Spirit's going to send some help. And it's going to either be like a download, or you'll see a situation in a movie, how a person was able to look at it from a different perspective, or you'll have a conversation with someone. It's going to show up. It's going to show up soon. And in the meantime, or maybe because you're appreciating the one thing, I don't know what the one thing is. But you know what it is. You know that there's one thing that you can appreciate in this situation. This is our reading. And so it's going to be different for each person. So I feel like this reading is ambiguous, but it's a situation that the people who are collected here watching this reading, it's a situation that is shared, but it's not the exact same situation. It's a different story for each of us. And that's all I have. Take the message, like I said, however it resonates for you. Look forward to the components of this message showing up in the coming hours, days, and weeks, maybe in more than one way. That's just how the law of attraction works. Until next time, remember, you and you alone create your reality.